Hi, I'm Meredith Doyle. I'm currently a Spanish teacher at Perry Junior High in New Hartford, New York, which is in the Utica area. I've been teaching there for 6 years now. I also have my master's degree in literacy, and I was hoping to start library science school to see students in a different setting other than the classroom. Um, my sizes are pretty large, about 20 to 23 students. And I really enjoy the idea to be able to get to know students in the library on a one-to-one basis and work with them on their own individual goals, but also work with them in the class setting within the library as well. Just gives me the opportunity to meet more students and also get to know them in a very different environment than a structured Spanish classroom. Um, I like to talk to my students all the time about reading and encourage them to read and ask them all the time what they are reading. It's fun to go around my classroom and pick up different books on my students' desks and see what kids are reading. Um, I would love to keep working with students, but just in a different environment. I love the idea of helping them learn, discover, and explore rather than giving them grades and assessing them on things like grammar and speaking. So I like the idea of being able to work with them in a different capacity. I also realize that our world is a changing place, and I think helping students learn how to digest new information that they read, see, and hear is an extremely important skill in our 21st century. So I'm also interested in getting into the field because of that. A little bit about myself. I'm going to put up on the screen a couple pictures. Here's a picture of my fiance Nick and I and our dog Rye, as in rye bread. Here's another picture of us out on the Finger Lakes, this region recently. We spend the summertime there every once in a while and make a little trip out there. I think my most memorable teacher was my seventh or eighth grade math teacher, Mrs. Krasinski. What made her so memorable was she was so calm and collected all the time. Her classroom was very well managed. She had very good classroom control. The class, I hated math, but I could go into her class and she would have the lights down low and she would speak at a smooth, cool, controlled, calming voice. She greeted every kid. She smiled at every single kid. She made every kid feel special, even if they weren't her favorite student or if they were behavioral issues. She was very calm and happy all the time. And I think that's a skill I admire in the teachers I work with today. The teachers that never raise their voice, that are always smiling, that make every child feel special, and their class is a joy to watch when I see my coworkers teach like that and to just be in. If I could characterize myself in three words, I think two fit me professionally and one fits me personally. I guess they could all fit into my professional, but two personally would be I think I'm a very silly teacher. I'm goofy, I have fun, but I'm also very demanding. I have really high standards for my students. I think personally, I'm a very organized person. I think that's also in teaching too, but in my personal life, I think I'm very organized. So silly, demanding, and organized. My fun fact is just a little bit more interesting and surprising. I'm actually deaf in one ear, and most people don't even notice until I tell them, but you can't actually see in my ears, so that's why a lot of people don't actually know. But I actually have a bone mounted hearing aid, which is for the most part pretty hidden. But I've been deaf since my late teens, and I just recently actually had this hearing aid put in, so kind of an interesting, surprising fact about myself. After you watched this video, you learned a little bit about me, who I am, my background, a little interesting fact about me. So as a little formative assessment, I'm going to ask that you all do a quick activity, just a 3, 2, 1 activity. So I'm going to ask that you gave me 3 things that you learned about me, 2 things that you liked, either about me or my presentation, and lastly, any question you have inform me about what I presented about or how maybe I did something in the presentation. So you can write those comments down below, just a quick formative assessment about what you learned about me. Thank you. I look forward to working with all of you this semester. Bye.